I give acknowledgement and hold my hands up and thank the Coast Salish people for allowing us to live and work on their unceded traditional territory.
I'm Guy Wakeman, and I'm the Vice President of the Stamps Place Tenants Council, which we formed when we all got notice that BC Housing and the government were looking to sell BC Housing properties to nonprofits. So we've been working closely with all the members of the community and of the tenants here at Stamps. And what we have come up with is a manifesto, so a plan of action to take place if a transfer happens. I mean, ultimately we would like to see this stopped, but if not, we need a plan B. Our plan B is our manifesto. With the Stamps Place property and all BC Housing owned lands must be maintained as public property. Land ownership may be incorporated as a cooperative or a land trust or remain directly owned, but under no circumstances should these lands be transferred permanently to a private ownership.
Raycam is also on the same land that Stamps is. We're not infected in entirely the same way, although we were still working on the agreement. I would like to introduce you to the president of the Raycam board, Marilyn McKee, to talk more about the Raycam position.
So one of the biggest concerns from the seniors, our Chinese seniors, was addictions going into their building. So the one that we met with this morning was that they do not have addiction services. They are based strictly with seniors, families, and disabilities. So we're asking the hard-hitting questions when we go into these meetings, so till Monday, and then we'll make sure that that information goes out to everybody. So some of the other questions were that we didn't want a little mountain. That's where the 35 years came up with it. We don't want this site being leveled and then everybody homeless.
As Indigenous people living in the urban context, we have been pushed around and shoved around by government policies that have negatively impacted urban Aboriginal people since the inception of British Columbia as a colony and Canada as well. We know that the provincial government, when the BC Liberals first came to power, they ran on a campaign, and that campaign was families first. Well, our message to the province, to Premier Clark, and to Minister Rich Coleman is that you need to walk the talk. It's not good enough for the province to impose unaccountable, untransparent, non-profit housing societies who do not have the capability to maintain these units for the existing tenants and future tenants.
We are poor people. We are not soft of medieval time. We are not slave of BC Housing. We are not animal of any person. And we are not commodity of a shop. Nobody can sell us to anyone else.
When this was built, Stamps development was built, this was actually a gift from all three levels of government to the community. And that means you are part of that community. I don't know how any of the nonprofits could actually afford to actually do the repairs. They need to answer those questions to ensure that those repairs are done and that the funding is in place. So thank you so much for gathering here today in this cold, cold day and standing up for what you believe in and to save the community, because I know you have a vision that's good for all of you and good for all of us. And when you succeed, we all succeed.
How long have you guys lived here?
About a year or two.
3 years.
Yeah.
Now, I'm here with Loretta, and you're a resident at Raycam. You waited how many years to get in?
I waited 11 years to get into social housing. I got in a couple of years ago into a 2-bedroom with my son and I. I've since acquired my grandchildren and was recently moved into a 5-bedroom.
I'm very concerned about the future of and the stability of our home. I don't know what's going on, who's going to be getting this bid, what kind of property management we're going to be exposed to. Is it going to be something less than what we're already dealing with, which already is shaky enough as it is?
And what's special about Stamps?
It's very community family orientated. Raycam is awesome. They have a lot of services available for the families and seniors here.
I just really want, us to be involved and to be able to have an intricate part of whoever comes into play next. I'm not going anywhere without a fight.